Before we get started, let's check out the links in my description. We all want nice things. We want the car, we want a house, we want a high limit credit card. But if you don't have at least a 680 credit score, you're not even in the game. So click this link here to know where you stand and get your free credit scores from all three bureaus. That will be Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And also get your reports. If you would like to be free and become financially independent through entrepreneurship, click this link here to be free. If you'd like to get cash back, which is a discount during shopping, please click this link here to see my favorite cashback sites. And if you enjoy the music you hear in the background, please click the link here and subscribe to It's Oasis. Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Wealth. Today we're going to talk about the BankCard Score. The BankCard Score is one of the many scores that FICO uses. The BankCard Score is actually the score that banks use for the credit card, to issue your credit card to see if you qualify for a credit card. So with that being said, if you would like to know where you stand in your credit score, click the credit monitoring link below, and that way you can get your score from all three bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, along with the reports. And once you know what you have on your reports and your score, you can go to the Do-It-Yourself Credit Repair playlist here on YouTube and see how to dispute items off your credit report and actually correct your information and things like that. Okay. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your own time, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below to use your own personal vehicle to dash around town and earn $500 to $1,000 plus per week. If you do not have a vehicle or you don't want to use your personal vehicle, click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below so you can hire a car and go around town and wealth dash to earn $500 to $1,000 plus per week. So you will use the hire car and the wealth dasher links in conjunction so you can use the car to actually do the wealth dashing gig work. Okay. If you would like to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. If you would like to earn cash back for your online shopping like me, I've earned well over $1,000 in cash back, and I'll be doing a video soon on that. Click the Cashback link in the description below. Now let's get to what we're talking about. I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing I did with the auto score video. I'm gonna go back to like March, May area so you can see the progression or the digression. You can see the roller coaster ride pretty much through my BankCard scores. There are actually 3 that I'm using, and they're all through Experian. It's the BankCard FICO 2, the BankCard FICO 3, and the BankCard FICO 8 scores. Okay, so let's get started with that. So right here is the BankCard score from March, and this is FICO 2. So this is my BankCard score from FICO 2 from March of this year, and you can see I was at a 675. Okay, and this was right before I applied for a credit limit increase. So I'm going to show you next is going to be June, because it was pretty much the same for March, April, and May. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the FICO 2 score for June. All right, so let's go to that. So here's the June score. You see I went down about a point, but the reason why I went down about a point, because right before here I actually got the credit limit increase, and I want to say it was a soft pull. Probably was a soft pull, but then again I also got a car and all that stuff. So a lot of things happened. I can't tell you exactly why I went down a point for the FICO 2, but remember this is the score 2. Okay, they're using different scores. So I believe recently when they were doing my credit limit increase with Navy Federal, they were using the FICO 9, and I believe it was a TransUnion FICO 9 they used, because Navy Federal use TransUnion for a lot of things. They either use TransUnion or they use Equifax, because I know with my credit card, they actually give me the Equifax FICO 9 scores. So they could be using the FICO 9 from Equifax with the credit limit increases, or they might be using the FICO 8. I'm not sure. You know, Navy Federal, they do their own thing. All right. But anyway, this is June of 2021, and my bank card score for FICO 2 was at 674. So let's go to July. So I went down some more. Here's my July score. Around this time, I think I was at a 10% utilization rate, which is very rare. It's very rare. So I was at a 10% utilization rate, so my score actually dropped. And the sweet spot is around 5 to 7%. 3% is really good too. But since I was consistent around 5% for the most part, when I hit 10%, that just means one of my cards had a much higher credit balance when it reported to the credit bureaus. And it wasn't even my card. It was a card that I'm an authorized user on. So I had to kind of get in touch with them and say, hey, look, I need you to bring that utilization down. I think that utilization was up there around like maybe 15, 20%, something like that. And so that brought my overall utilization down to 10%. Because my card stayed about 3 to 5%, sometimes 5 to 7%, depending on what's going on that month. But I very rarely ever go to 10%. So it was actually that card, and I think that card was around like 15% or something like that. I think it was maybe 20%. I can't recall right now, but that brought my utilization overall up to 10%. So this is around this time, and so my credit score dropped a little bit. All right. So let's go to August. All right. Okay. So here's August, 665. All right. So just like with what I showed you in the auto score, certain months they pretty much, they stay the same. So after August, I'm gonna show you October because there was no September, all right? Because it was pretty much the same score. So here is the FICO Score 2 at 665 for August, all right? So it went down another 4 points. So just a few things going on. I believe around this time, the resort loan hit my credit report around this time too. So a few things going on around this time. And so, as time going on, things will reset itself and correct itself, and that'll be going up, as you saw with the auto score in the last video. You saw how everything was kind of roller coaster, going up and down, and then boom, it hit that high mark. So that's what this is about to do. It's going to hit that high mark. So, and matter of fact, this is the FICO 2 score. So FICO 2 is a little different. I don't really know the algorithm back then. I just really started getting on board with the credit thing around the FICO 8 score. So FICO, I kind of understand FICO 8 a little more than FICO 2, but you just gotta take care of your credit, pay your bills on time, keep your utilization for your revolving balances at around 5 to 7% in that sweet spot. Okay, so let's go to August for the FICO 2 score. Okay, did I say August? I meant to say October. If I did say October, but here we go. So here it is. Here we got the FICO 2 October 3rd at 672. So you had jumped right back up to 672. So again, it's resetting itself. I guess what happens is your credit start going into a bucket. As certain things happen on your credit report, it re-buckets itself or reconfigures itself to adjust to what's happening with your credit report now. I wish y'all could see my hands. I'm kind of like, doing a little movement like it's readjusting hot, So anyway, so it kind of readjusts itself, reconfigure itself, all right? So here's my FICO 2 for October 3rd. You see it went all the way down to 665. Now it's back up to 672, all right? So now I'm about to go into the bank card FICO 3 scores, okay? So we're going to start out with the FICO 3, all right, for March of 2021. And here he is with the FICO 3 at 634, okay? This is the 634 bank card score for the FICO 3, all right? So we go to the next month. So here we go with the FICO 3 for June, all right? Remember, April and May is not on this one. I believe when I show you the FICO 8, I believe I have a May score with FICO 8. But Here's the bank card score for FICO 3 for June of 2021. You see, I jumped all the way up to a 650, all right, for June, all right. I just showed you I was in the 630s. Now I jumped all the way up to 650 for June for the FICO 3 score, okay. So whatever's happening is it's adjusting itself, all right. So let's go to July, all right. See, now what happened in July? It went right back down to 634, okay. So like I say, I believe this around that time, my credit, my utilization went up to 10%, all right, on my revolving because of the authorized user. So if you're using an authorized user, make sure that they're on point. You might want to call them a few times, like, hey, look, make sure you pay it on time, make sure you pay it down to 5%, 10%, whatever. Some people on point, like nobody has to tell me. I have the person that I'm an authorized user on their card, they're authorized user on my cash rewards card. And my son is also an authorized user on my cash rewards card. And they don't have to worry about anything, because they know every month my utilization is going to be around 5%, 3 to 5%. They know that every month. Remember, I pay my bills at I pay my revolving accounts twice a month. So remember, I pay them at half time. On the 5th, I pay one part, and by the due date, I pay it all the way down to 5%. All right. So let's go to the next month for FICO 3 bank card score. All right, here we go. Right here. Here is August 12th. All right, 2021 bank card score FICO 3 still 634. Remember, I told you it really don't change. So I was copying my scores, and I just went ahead and decided to copy this one anyway. But here it is, 634, the same as July. All right, let's go to the next one. Go to October. All right, so here's October. FICO 3 just went up to 639, just went up 5 points. Again, it's FICO 3, all right? Again, I don't know much about FICO 3. I think I started getting in the game around FICO 8. All right, I started really teaching myself this credit thing around 2018. So I really learned about FICO 8 and from then on. But I still don't even know all of the algorithms, but I know how to play around with it because I've been doing it for so long with FICO 8, all right? But again, this is FICO 3. I jumped back up to 639 in October. All right, so actually a couple of days ago, because today is October 6th, so a few days ago, this is where it was at. All right, so let's go into the FICO 8 scores. So here's March of 2021, FICO 8 bank card. It is 679. All right, so I'm at 679 for FICO 8, and I believe this is what they've been using, either this one or FICO 9. All right, I'm going to do a video about FICO 9 as well. I'm also going to do a video on the mortgage. I believe we're going to do that. But right now, we're just going to focus on this. So March 19, 2021, I was at a 679 for FICO 8 bank card score. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so here is May. So this is around the time I got that credit limit increase. It was in May. And like I said, I believe they used FICO 8. Or they used FICO 9, all right? But anyway, this is 683, which is a great score considering, remember I tell you, 680 is where life really begins in the credit world, all right? Life really begins. You can do things under a 680, but 680 is really when you start getting some perks, okay? So this is actually a good score. As you can see right up here, it says 670 to 739, considered good, right? So this is on May 2nd, 2021 with my bank card FICO 8, okay? So here it is in June. Went back down to 664. Remember I told you things happen, the car loan hit, a few things happened. So I can't really tell you exactly what happened, but remember, the credit game is a roller coaster. So it doesn't really matter what happened, just as long as you stay on top of your bills, because you're gonna have new credit. You're gonna have some things not report correctly, and it adjusts itself later, and you gotta call and fix it and all that good stuff. So a lot of things happen with credit. All right, some things happen behind the scenes that you don't even know. I remember I saw my score drop about 2 points for no particular reason at all. As far as I know, I didn't see anything on my credit report. So I said, okay, why did my score drop 2 points? So things happen, all right? But again, you're at 664. You're still in the game, all right? You're not far from 680. I'm still right there. Remember, I got the car, and I had an auto score around like I think it was like 650 or 660, whatever it was. So you can still do some things with a high fair credit score. Okay, you could buy a house with a high fair credit score. I've seen people get $20,000 credit cards with 580s. So you could do some things, all right. But you're right there around 680. You're around a good mark, so you're pretty good, all right. So let's go to the next month. So right here in July, I'm back up to 674. See what I was saying? You're right around that mark. So don't get discouraged because your credit score go down a little bit. It's a roller coaster. Things happen. And so you'll bounce right back, all right? This is July 2021. I'm at a 674 with the bank card FICO 8. So let's go to the next one. All right, so I'm still good. Here's August 2021. I'm still good. Just dropped 3 points. So now I'm at 671. All right, again, like I say, things happen. So do not get discouraged because you see your credit score up and down. That's just how it does. It goes up and down, all right? So we're going to go into the next one. We're going to go to October. I don't believe I have a September. We're going to go October. And bam, right back up to where I started, 683, all right? So, and you see it right here, October 3rd, 2021. Again, today is the 6th, so this was 3 days ago. October 3rd, 2021, bank card, FICO 8 score, 683. All right, so I'm in a good range and I'm chilling right now. So, right now, I could apply for several credit cards and my score may drop maybe 10 points total, and I'll still be in a good range because I'll be at 673. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to utilize what I have, and I'm going to constantly increase the credit limit on my cash rewards card till I get almost to the max. That'll be to the end of the year. Now, beginning next year, I might apply for the Navy Federal Amex More Rewards card. That's the American Express with Navy Federal. It's the Amex More Rewards card. Right, so I'm thinking about doing that early next year. Okay, right after New Year, I'm thinking about doing that. But right now, my plan is to just get my cash rewards to the limit I want, or at least close around to the limit I want. And then that's when I move on to another card. All right. So again, thanks for watching. Hope this was informative. I'm just showing you, the different scores that you have available to you. All right. These are your scores. So there's the bank card score, so I just showed you, which is for your credit cards. You have the auto score, which is for your car loans and things like that. You have the mortgage score, which of course that's for your mortgage things. Like myself, I have a resort membership. That's part of the real estate loans, and you can get your houses, and you can have a mobile home thing and all that stuff like that. It's a different type of mortgage that's considered real estate. Okay, and you have your basic score, which is the score, your general score, which is you see when you just pull your credit report and you see that score. That's your general score. I guess that's a combination of all the scores together. All right, and there are 3. Okay, you have Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. You also have the Vantage score, which is not widely used. The only place I've ever seen the Vantage score used was when the SBA pulled your credit report to see if you qualify for the EIDL loan. That's the only time I ever saw the Vantage score used. But that lets me know that it is used. Okay. But the score you want to focus on is the FICO score, and there are several ones, all right? But my focus is mainly on the FICO 8 and the FICO 9. I have the FICO 10 coming up, but I'm mainly focused on the FICO 8 and the FICO 9. So if you would like to know where you stand with your credit, you can click the credit monitoring link below and get your scores and your reports from all 3 credit agencies or bureaus, which is Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. So click the credit monitoring link below to get your scores from all 3 of those places, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, and you can also get your reports. If you would like to know how to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below, along with the hire card if you don't want to use your own vehicle or you don't have a vehicle, okay? So again, click the Wealth Dasher link. You want to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week, along with the hire car if you don't want to use your personal vehicle or you don't have a vehicle. You can use the hire car to wealth dash around and make $500 to $1,000 plus per week. If you want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. If you want to get cash back for most, if not all of your online purchases, click the Cashback link in the description below so you can get cash back while you shop online like me. I got well over $1,000, okay, and I'll show you that soon in another video. So if you like the video, please like, share, subscribe to It's Oasis, and as always, until the next video, let's get this money.